Good morning. It's race day. Got up about 5:30. It is 6:15 now. Pretty much just everything's already packed from last night, so I'm really just kind of like getting ready. I had some breakfast, had some coffee. Now I'm just gonna go over my stuff like one more time, make sure it's all there. Start loading it into the Jeep, get ice in the cooler, fill up a bunch of water bottles, and then I need to head out. I need to stop at a gas station first, pick up more like Gatorade and water. I don't want to be reliant on anything out there at the park working, like if the drinking fountains are off or the bathrooms are locked. I just need to make sure that I have enough fluids in the Jeep for the whole day. Everything's charged, iPod's charged, headphones charged, GoPro batteries are charged, watch is charged. It's just time to do this. It is chilly outside though. Right now it says it's 50 degrees. I think I'll be okay with shorts and a long sleeve shirt. But yeah, I'd be fine if the temperature stayed in the 60s like all day. It'd make the run a little bit more enjoyable. But all right, enough of that. I'm going to put together the last few things, load up the Jeep, and we're gonna get going. Oh my gosh, here we are. It is really chilly. Oh my gosh, what are we doing? Oh. I'm not gonna need the headlamp today, which is good, unless I take longer than I expect to take. Always put my car key in a plastic bag, so that hopefully saves it a little bit from like sweat and everything. I'm trying to just mentally act like this is the start line of a race and that there's a bunch of other people here and that I'm just gonna walk up to the start line and go, because that's what's gonna happen at No Business in a couple weeks. We're just going to get out of our cars, do a little warm up maybe, and then go. I think we're ready to do this. It is 8:06 a.m. So a little later than I wanted to start, but getting going right now. Let's go. Wait, I need to lock the car. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Is this the craziest thing I've ever done? I'm trying to run solo 50. I don't know, we'll see. It might be the craziest thing I've ever done. It's gonna be very interesting to see what the trails conditions are right now, because there has been a little bit of rain in the last week or two, and these trails tend to get flooded pretty wet. With this front screen, it's really hard not to look straight at it. I've never had a front screen on any of my cameras before, so I'm trying to get used to that. Here we go. Oh man. Not so bad. All right, just got my first nutrition alert. 40 minutes in, a little over 3.5 miles. And while I'm not hungry at all, because I just started and I've been going pretty easy. It's good to get the nutrition going like early on, just to get your stomach used to processing calories. So I'm gonna walk for a minute and I start running again. It's been really enjoyable so far. Temperature's perfect. It's a little chilly. The ground is, like the top of the ground is pretty wet from dew, but it doesn't seem like there's any mud anywhere, which is really good. So it's shaping up to be a good day. Now I just have to do my part. Let's go. So 6 miles in, just took like a 30-second break there. Just like a pretend aid station, just kind of stretched out a little bit. And then walking for a minute, trying to simulate a race as much as possible. Every time I come by that bench, as long as there's no one there, I'm gonna take a short break. Just treat it like an aid station. I just kind of stand there, drink some water, maybe take a gel there or something. And then I've got 4 miles back to the Jeep. So then I'll have another little aid station there. So we're gonna try and do that. We're gonna see if that works, because that's one of the things that, you know, during a race, it's broken up so much that you're not just like, you know, pedal to the metal the whole time. Well, unless you're Jim Walmsley or something. A lot of times you're climbing some mountains. There are no mountains here. There's little hills, but not a whole lot. So yeah, just kind of try and break it up a little bit. My average pace before I started walking was like 11:15 per mile. Now it's 11:30. Been going for 1 hour and 10 minutes. So I'm feeling good. Like every time you taper and then you start a race, you kind of gotta like knock the cobwebs out. So there's a few spots in my legs that feel kind of tight, but working them out and just getting after it. It's really fun. Like this is like absolutely perfect weather. Only 6 miles into a 50 miler, but feeling okay. Here we go, second nutrition alert of the day. Hour and 20 minutes into this run. Feeling good. The legs are starting to wake up just a little bit. Yeah, it's not too bad. This grass is still really wet from all the dew. But you know what? I'm fine with that because it's not rain, it's not muddy, and the weather is super, super nice. All right, 10.4 miles, hour and 57 minutes. I hit the 10-mile mark at 1:53, so a little bit ahead of schedule, which is good. Bank a few minutes here. Oops. Gonna try and make this aid station stop pretty quick. Just going to fill bottles and drink some Gatorade and grab a few more gels. That's it. I'm gonna leave the long sleeve shirt on because actually I feel totally fine, and the having the long sleeve is kind of nice because it is pretty cold out here. Exactly 5 minutes. Filled up my bottles, ate a gel, put 2 gels in my pack, and that's it. GoPro battery has like 40% left, which I'm okay with. Filmed a lot during that loop, but 10.45 miles. So the loop is a little bit longer than 10 miles. So depending on how I'm feeling on the last one, I might not have to do a whole loop. I could probably just do a modified, little bit of a shorter loop. I'm just gonna walk for a minute because I drank a lot and took a gel. So letting that all settle. Got nutrition alert number, I don't know how many, but 3 hours and 20 minutes in, so taking another gel. And these are only 90 calories, so that's why I'm taking them like every 40 minutes. Also, just came around a corner, there was like a riding lawnmower going down the trail. 20.85 miles, 4 hours and 6 minutes. Back to the Jeep. After 4 hours and almost 21 miles, I have 4 gels, 4 water bottles, and like half a Gatorade. But I'm gonna finish this Gatorade while I'm here. I know that this next lap is probably going to be really hard because I'm going to hit the halfway point of the run. That's always really hard. .417. I spent about 10 minutes here, but I'm okay with that. And we're off.
25 miles, 5 hours and 9 minutes. Feeling okay. The next 25 miles, we'll see how it goes. I have been keeping up on my nutrition, hydration, all of that's good. It's all in check. Keeping a pace of like 9:45 to 10:15 per mile, something like that. And then with walking and with stopping for aid stations, my overall pace is about 12:25 right now. This wind feels really good. Temperature is great. Yep, we're doing it. Had a gel, just chilled out. Whew. 31.3 miles. Six hours and 29 minutes. All right, time to go. Lap 4. I don't think I'm gonna take my headphones yet. I think I sat there for maybe like 15 minutes or so. Just made sure I drank a whole bottle of Gatorade and just chilled out. I needed it. Needed to rest. That was good. Almost 38 miles, 8 hours and 10 minutes. My stomach is acting up too, but I gotta keep taking gels because I still have 12 and a half miles to go. It's hard. It's not hard because I don't have like a crew or pace or anything like that. It's just hard because I'm alone. It's just hard, like motivation wise. normally you're like running around other runners, and you know, you come up to aid stations and see people there, and they're like pumping you up and everything. But out here, it's just me. So motivation-wise, it's just hard. But I'm getting close. Almost done with this thing. Here we go. 42 miles. What? Why am I doing this? I'm doing okay. Exclamation point. 8 miles to go. Exclamation point. Well, well, well. I swear. When I run ultras, I just sit in the most uncomfortable position possible, and then I like convince myself I have no energy to move. But that's not true. You can get more comfortable. All right. All right. Can we get out of here? I don't feel good. I feel sick. I gotta keep moving. Keep moving forward. Alright, I'm at 46.3 miles. I'm just getting majorly attacked by these gnats. Like swarming. "10 hours, 32 minutes. "48 miles. It's going down. Here we go. It's about to hit 50 miles. 49.99 and 50. Oh my gosh. Woo! Oh my gosh. Wow, it's done. It's done. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna throw up. All right, well, I'm so freaking tired I can't even hardly think straight. So I'm gonna get in the car and drive home. Wrap this up later, probably tomorrow. Gosh, if I start coughing, I'm gonna throw up. Yeah, that was really hard. Gosh. That was way harder than any 50 miler I've ever done. I think just being alone made it really, really hard. I'm gonna get out of this park. I don't want to see this park for a while.
Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching this. It's now Sunday, so it's been 2 days since this 50 miler, and I just want to say that recovery is going amazingly. Like, I'm not sore at all. The only thing that's been kind of lingering is that I had a headache yesterday, Saturday, and then today, Sunday, kind of still have a headache. So probably was dealing with some sort of dehydration or something. But yeah, other than that, everything is good. Like, I have just a tiny bit of pain, like in my heel, kind of where I used to have plantar fasciitis, but nothing else. Like, none of my muscles are sore. None of my joints are sore. It's incredible. Like, I absolutely can't believe it. I've been loading up on Hemp Daddy's CBD oil, so that's probably helping quite a bit. I took a little bit of Tylenol, like right after I got home from a headache. I've been eating pretty good, been eating lots of like spinach, like salads, stuff like that. Drinking a lot of water, so trying to recover in the best way possible. Yesterday, Saturday, I went out for a 5 miler. Today, I went out for 3 miles. So kind of getting like right back on the horse, trying to teach my body how to recover as fast as possible, I guess, is what I'm trying to do. Just to go over a few things though, gels, I had 10 gels total, and I had 4 bottles of that Gatorade. So I believe you've already seen all those numbers and everything on the screen, but wanted to update you on that. The iPod and the headphones, didn't even use them. Not exactly sure why, but I just didn't want music. I don't know, like it was just like I was just kind of enjoying being out there and being in my own thoughts and all of that. So didn't even use them. Didn't use any of my backup clothes. Used the same pair of socks, shorts, shirt. I wore the long sleeve shirt the whole time. Changed up the hat, like in the pre-race video, I said I was gonna wear this one specific hat, but then that morning I was like, you know what? No, I want the trucker hat. I like both of the hats that I kind of showed you guys, but I ended up really being thankful for the trucker hat because on that last lap, when the sun started to set, there were gnats everywhere, and like I'm talking about these little tiny bugs that just swarm in clouds, and they're just everywhere, and I was running through them. So what I would do is I would pull my trucker hat down as far as it would go and then basically stare at my feet to make like a shield, because they were just tons of them were getting in my eyes and in my mouth and my nose, and it was just super annoying. But the trucker hat really saved the day for that. Other than that, like, I didn't really change anything throughout the day. Like, it just kind of kept going. The first lap was super easy, just kept it really chill. Second lap was pretty chill again. Third lap got pretty hard. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, it's always hard when you hit the halfway point of an ultra. It's just mentally draining, and you just like are looking ahead and you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm so tired right now. And I'm only halfway. But then after that, like once you start knocking off a few more miles and you get a little bit past that, it becomes a lot better. Fourth lap was pretty good. Definitely really tired. That's when my stomach started to kind of like, it's confusing. Like stomach stuff is weird. And it's one of those things where I don't know if you'll ever truly figure it out because I think it changes over time, but you know, my stomach was telling me, like, it was feeling like I was sick. It was feeling like I was gonna throw up. But then I would force myself to eat a gel like on time, and then my stomach would calm down for a while. So I'm like, okay, well, is that feeling like maybe I'm actually hungry during this time? But it's like so confusing, and I think that that's just a really personal thing that everyone has to figure out on their own. Like, I don't think there's any secret to it. I think you just figure it out on your own and you make it work. Pretty much stuck to the gel schedule. I think for my 100, I'm gonna modify it a little bit to maybe every 50 minutes or 60 minutes. I didn't end up using this IT band brace at all. My IT band was like sort of feeling a little bit weird, like around the 35-40 mile mark. And I was like, maybe I should put it on for the last lap, but ended up not doing it because I just wanted to see, is this feeling just fatigue in my muscles and joints and ligaments, or is it an actual problem? And I think I decided that it was just fatigue that I was feeling. You can modify your stride a little bit if you're feeling a little bit of an overuse issue, and that can sometimes clear up things in the middle of a race. So that's what I did, and it worked out really well. And then finally, the GoPro Hero 9 was really fun. I think since I run with a GoPro almost every long run when I wear a pack, it was just very noticeable, the added weight and size. But all right, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was just a fun, stupid run all by myself, 50 miles. I don't know, it's really cool to see the progress that I've made over the last couple years, like running a 50-mile race. Like, you know, I was relying on aid stations, pacers, like all of this stuff. But now being able to just be like in the place I am now, just being able to go out there and do it on my own was just really, really encouraging, especially with a possible 100-miler coming up. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about anything, definitely leave them in the comments down below. I'll try to answer as many of them as I can. And that's it. I will see you again soon. Bye.